YouTube, my name is Botanist Cool. Today we're continuing on with our Ace Attorney Let's Play with our friend and Ace Attorney expert, Katie. So for everyone here on stream, we're basically filming 2 episodes because once again I'm having a vacation soon. So filming 2 episodes to get ahead of it basically a little bit. And we are in the middle of the thing that, we have a kid here who's apparently royalty from Bohemia. We have Gino Lestrade, who is our investigator friend, and then we have an Italian balloon dude called Mr. Loon. Can we send him to the moon? Kind of has that vibe that he just kind of lives on a different planet, doesn't he? Moon's not a planet. But then again, there are planet-sized moons around Saturn and Jupiter, and they're considered moons. But they're bigger than Earth. Do you want to talk about space for the next hour? I'd be down to do that. Katie, what do you know about space?
Is big.
It is. Good talk.
I could talk out of my entire butt about space if you wanted.
I think we're good.
I have the implosion theory.
Wait, what? The big crunch?
I think the big crunch is
what
it's called. That everything's gonna eventually come back together and reform a big bang, right?
Yeah.
I've always liked that theory. I've always thought it was funny.
Yeah. That'd be dope. All right. Well, let's start over here with Mr. Loon. As I said, Officer Loon is no liar. Every balloon I had in the sky landed safely. All 3 of my balloons were carrying passengers and they fell to the ground in an explosion. It was a catastrophe.
But you can't get away from the fact that the burnt up piece of cloth that was found at the scene, can you? The couples at the yard reckon it was probably some debris thrown from the explosion on the stage.
Wait, you didn't know about this, but now you know about this, Gina? What? The stupido ragazzo is mistaken. My balloons have the red and blue zigzag stripe anyway. His balloon's really fucking pumping up there. See, exactamente. If you saw the balloon in the first place. I do not like the sound of it. It's very bad for business. I have a good mind to sue the land of Bohemia. Wait, what? If you attack us, we should fight back and it will be war! All at war! That's quick diplomacy, baby. Quick diplomacy. What happened to all-out war?
Peace and love on planet Earth, baby.
if peace and love could be just solved with a balloon. It's
also solved with money.
Yeah, fair enough. How much money for us to make peace, Katie? For our secret war behind the scene that nobody on the camera knows about.
I mean, I'm sure a lot of money goes into it, actually.
Yeah, no, but the war between us, how much do we have to pay to, like, settle it?
It's not a monetary thing.
Yeah.
There's payment involved for sure, but it's not monetary.
That sounds so sketchy. What the fuck? You want my firstborn? like a fucking hag in the middle of the D&D campaign. Give me your firstborn and the war will be over. I just realized that can also be taken another really bad way.
I don't know what way you're taking it, so before you even start digging that hole, let's just move on.
But it doesn't change the fact that the testimony and evidence were contradictory here. If the defense is unable to find fault of the witness's statements, the court must consider them true. Think long and hard on that, my learned friends. The situation has clearly changed now. I have to get to the bottom of what's happening here, no matter what it takes. The fact that it centers on this kid, I want to punch him.
He's a kid.
So? These hands
Look
are
at
rated.
that angel face.
These hands are rated E for everyone, baby.
Oh my goodness.
I think we've used it like 3 times in the past 3 streams. You couldn't just have forgotten one, maybe.
They floated off into the sky, never to be seen again.
Near.
Are you sure you didn't just like Wizard of Oz some people?
Yeah. Like it's fucking like, hey, listen, I know you had 3 balloons up there, but oh fuck, I pressed the wrong button. Oh no! Oh
What?
shit, I pressed the add button by accident. No!
Did you? I don't see ads. I don't see ads.
Yeah, because you're subscribed.
Oh, I see.
So
I didn't know it worked like that. I didn't know I have special privileges.
You do have special privileges as a subscriber here. You don't get ads.
Wow.
The problem is I accidentally put. I was trying to press the stream marker button so I can come back to this part later, and just like, you know, take what we say out of context and make a great little clip of it. Nope, I clicked the ad button by accident, which is directly under that one. So, we'll have to give it like another 2 minutes of waffling, so I don't screw over anyone else.
How long are the ads?
I clicked the 3-minute ad button. Listen,
Incredible.
listen, I didn't.
Do you think that one of these frames that guy's just gonna tear off his mustache?
I feel like he's gonna tear off the ends of it. The rest of it seems like pretty.
No, I think it's gonna come like straight out of his nose and just rip off.
Like Sir Jerome's mustache.
I don't remember his mustache being ripped off.
No. So for those who don't know, I had a character named Sir Jerome in D&D. I guess this is your subscriber benefit for being here by accident. I had a character named Sir Jerome in D&D, and he was a very like joyous paladin man, full of lawful goodness, right? And Sir Jerome would always like go around and he'd be participating in some unsavory deals as an undercover cop. So whenever the players would see him, he'd be this massive man with beautiful blonde hair or something, and like piercing eyes and like bulging muscles. And he'd have a little curly Q mustache on him, and he'd go to whoever he's buying from and be like, "Hey, have you got the goods? I have the money." And the person would be like, "Yeah, I got the goods."
I remember this now.
And then Sir Jerome would stand up and be like, "Fiend, I have caught you for selling all the wheat humps in the land of whatever the country is called at the time. For I, Sir Jerome, the most lawful man in the land, have apprehended you." And then all these Officer Jennies come from the side, and it's like, "Oh, Sir Jerome, you're so fantastic at your job." And literally the only thing is that one curly Q mustache that makes the entire... It's like a Clark Kent moment, where it's like glasses on, glasses off, 2 different people, except curly Q mustache on, curly Q mustache off. And he does drug deals. So yeah. And that ended the 3 minutes. Senor, I might not notice if I was given 100 lentils and one was missing. What? If we're talking about the 3 enormous balloons, do you believe I could make a mistake about something so grand and expensive? I took the liberty of having Inspector Gregson check this gentleman's warehouse between now and 5 minutes ago. Basically, Mario, you know. I have the report here. It says a total of 3 balloons. Surely Mr. Strahd could have been sent for such a menial task.
What? Me? I'll tell you what I told the boss. He said kids like me can only count up to 2. love her so much.
She's so good! She's so good! I know it sounded like I was fake clapping for a second, but like I was just so shocked that my brain kept going in a loop of how funny it was.
Obviously that ain't true, but the boss bought it and said he'd have to go himself in that case.
Oh my god, what a legend!
Best character.
What an icon! Sheila! Oh. How you doing today, Ethanel? Oh, fuck, that was funny. Oh my god. It would be quite a catastrophe if they fell to the ground for any reason, I think. On that note, Mr. Loon, tell me, what is it that keeps these balloons in the sky? Are you an idiota? Sorry. It is like asking, why does a candle burn bright? It burns bright because, I gotta get back to my Mario accent. Hello, it's me, Mario. It burns bright because it burns bright, and a balloon flies because it flies. What else? That must be Italian for, I don't know. There are two types of flying balloons. Hot air balloons and gas balloons. Hot air balloons work on the principle of hot air being less dense than cold air, whereas gas balloons arrive their lift by using a gas that is lighter than air. I see, my balloon... I
didn't actually know about the gas one.
I mean, think about the Hindenburg. You know, they use hydrogen balloons, or think about, like, the balloons he has.
Yeah.
You know, they use helium.
I forgot about that. I mean, helium, right? I guess I was thinking like I know helium balloons obviously don't have hot air in them. I guess I was thinking that there are also hot air balloons that didn't actually use hot air, and I was like, I didn't know that.
Huh?
Again, if anyone was doubting me earlier when I said my brain is like
fried
off. Let this be proof.
I mean, I know there was like the Hindenburg and like big like blimps, but like they should have used helium. I don't think they definitely don't use hydrogen. That shit burns, if I recall correctly. Anyways, let's see. My balloons are filled with magic gas, I believe. Okay, no. Oh, there it is. Hydrogen, lighter than air, but highly explosive.
Yeah. All I can think of is the sign, or whatever it is, where it's like, is that helium balloon? And the car starts floating.
What?
I'll show you later.
Please do. I do not permit the smoking of the cigarette in any form of balloon. The magic gas does not like fire. Even a small spark of static electricity could cause the entire balloon to explode. What is the matter with you, signore? All that comes out of your mouth is explosion, explosion. I tell you, the balloons are perfectly safe. They have to be, or I cannot eat. None of my balloons exploded that day, I'm completely sure. But if you still say that's what happened, you must show me the proof. Our Mr. Balloon had 3 balloons in the air that day. None of them were damaged. Then what was the one that exploded? That face. Gina's being fucking sensible. I'm surprised to find that fabric at the piece of the scene, actually. Didn't you search the area surrounding the stage for clues?
Nah, I'm not into picking stuff off the ground, me. Never have been.
Never picked
anything in my life. Always works out way better diving into people's pockets instead.
I was about to ask! So much for the new career path.
Mind you, the boss was on his hands and knees picking up all kind of rubbish from the floor. Thing is though, the cage went crashing into the Crystal Tower, didn't it? So that's where most of the investigating was going on.
Even so, I would have thought someone from the Scotland Yard would have gathered this up as evidence.
Oh, listen to you. You stumble across a bit of balloon and suddenly you're the best investigator in the world.
Pardon?
Well, you ain't got a badge, have you? Like this one. I could arrest you with this if I wanted to.
I wouldn't put it past her.
Come to think of it, there was talk of some scorching on the ground at a meeting we had about the investigation.
There was a considerable damage to the stage and the surrounding area, wasn't there?
Yeah, some of the coves were watching the experiment were caught up in the blast and injured. Good job the old and crap contraption didn't keel over, eh?
I hadn't even considered that. It seems there was a great panic at the disco after the incident occurred. Nevertheless, the police shouldn't have missed a torn piece of evidence from a balloon. Inspector Gregson can expect a repercussion. Fuck, I can't even say my normal voice. Fuck. Repercussions.
Like me swiping all his fish and chips, eh?
Oh, poor Gregson. The man's so pleasure. None of this matters. It's scrap a balloon envelope means nothing, need they? You mean the color is wrong? Si, senor, I do not have any green balloons. I only have 99 red balloons in my warehouse. And yet a piece of green cloth was found at the scene, and it's unmistakably from a balloon. Well, I do not know how that can be. For the sake of argument, let's say that the green balloon did explode above the stage. You could therefore conclude that it happened on the day in question. Why not? There have been recreational balloon flights over Hyde Park operating before the Great Exhibition. One could have exploded at some earlier date, unfortunate as I'm sure you agree. I see, exactamente, the signore says it's not from one of my balloons. Clearly this is a little Lagrosso from Bohemia is mistaken about what he saw.
It is time for war!
He's gonna declare war on Great Britain. Something wrong, Master Gods? It's Master Wilhelm Gottfried goes on the tip of my tongue. Something is very wrong and knows what I saw. There was the green balloons there, I swear, it's right all over Bohemia. You can speak as much my language as you like, but it changes nothing. It changes nothing. If you do not have evidence, Agrazzo, then I must say your parents to punish you, eh? Perhaps we'll let the judge decide on when it comes to punishments. Evidence? What is this evidence? Well, why did you say so soon? I have the photograph here. What? Hey Edwin, I'd not been up in the blue for a little while, so I was very excited. I took lots and lots of photographs of the Crystal Tower, of the Bohemia exhibit, of the streets of London, of the RTSL, of the balloon. An instantaneous kinesis experiment? Did you take a picture of that? Saz, one picture. Really? You did take one? But all I wanted was a ride in the balloon. I was not interested in boarding experiments. Never mind that. Can you show us the photograph? Of course, that you will see. You will see that I'm no longer the secret balloon. It's in black and white. I see you're too shocked to speak. That perhaps you can see that it was a green balloon from this photograph, but this is my fault. It's the fault of the stupid person who made the camera. What? They put the umlaut on there.
Incredible. By incredible, I mean very not incredible.
That's one very Bohemian sounding cry. Wah! Wah! Let me please take a look at this real quick. I gotta take a look at this fucking picture. Let me look at the picture. So something's clearly coming out towards the balloon. The balloon looks empty, which is really weird. The man is in there. There's the nerd. But the one thing we can see that there's something coming from the crowd shooting up. I wonder if we see Naruhodo from here.
Naruhodo wasn't here for the explosion.
Oh. Yeah, I think the only important thing is that it's shooting something up to the balloon. And the balloon looks empty inside. Well, never mind. I'm sure you have plenty of wonderful sepia memories to take home with you. In any case, when exactly did you take that photograph? Well, it was on the day of the big explosion. You don't say. When I pressed the shutter release, there was a very loud bang, and a hot wind rushed over my face. That means this photograph was taken a split second before the explosion occurred. Well, if you ask me, this black and white photograph changes nothing. I could not give a flying fig. Lovely language you picked up. But I thought Mr. Luna's testimony just doesn't quite add up. The young Bohemian boy claims to have seen another fourth balloon. Mr. Luna vehemently denies the possibility, and it's hard to imagine the man in charge could be mistaken about the number that were in the air. Still, this inconsistency must tell us something, I'm sure. Oh! Unfortunately, the photograph Master Gotts took can't tell the color from the balloon, but it can tell something else, something critically important. What? It shows the picture of the balloon wasn't carrying any passengers. See, for pleasure, for this view, my balloons only 5 passengers. Which tells us the picture of the balloon isn't one of them. So, when the incident occurred that day, there was a fourth balloon in disguise above the experimentation stage. The mysterious green balloon. I know nothing, needy. I can only tell you one thing. If the balloon was not carrying passengers, then it was not the one of mine. There are illegal tradesmen everywhere you care to look. Clearly one such entrepreneur decided to capitalize on the opportunity presented at the grand exhibit and managed to operate balloon flights on Mr. Loon's patch without them realizing. See, the competition is trying to steal my profits. I did not know this because the espresso that went on the wrong side of the stage. The fourth balloon exploded at the very same moment Mr. Assman was beamed from the stage below.
Boy, so them scraps that fell to the ground after and left them scorch marks. They didn't come from the stage at all. It was bits of the balloon raining down.
Thank you, Gina, for actually being more helpful than Tobias.
Because no one was in it, it didn't get no attention.
A mysterious fourth balloon carrying no passengers slightly floating over the experimentation stage.
Objection!
This photograph shows nothing more. A stray balloon carrying no one and operated by some rogue trader. Clearly has nothing to do with the case. The court has seen sufficient evidence and heard ample testimony already. The prosecution calls for the trial to be concluded.
Immediately. For absolutely no reason.
Yeah, basically.
We've not proven anything about it being murder, only that it would, like, at best you could say this proves that it was him.
It's manslaughter at best.
Yeah, it's manslaughter at best, which is not the charge that we're denying.
Yeah, we're not denying manslaughter at all. Really, have we got to the truth yet? No, I can't let this opportunity slip away. The jurors' minds are made up, and not in our favor. What else can this photograph tell us? Is there anything more clear? There's more. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, wait! Please don't give your decisions yet. Photograph from Master Gotts may be hiding one more vital clue. What's that? I hate you. A vital clue.
Objection!
Can you close your mouth, please? I feel like that's a gaping hole that will suck me in.
Anyhow.
We're well past the point of mere possibilities. It's time for the definitives now, so tell the court! What exactly does the alleged clue the photograph prove? We can reasonably assume that the picture of the balloon was destroyed in the searing heat explosion. Son, that's right, son! It's fallen on my fault! Evidently, because the bird came from the kinesis machine materialized in the sky where it had been flying. And the balloon being filled with flammable hydrogen instantly and explosively ignited. No, that's not what happened. What?
Goodness, that was quite the roll.
Yeah, I made him bark for some reason. I don't know. It's like I was like.
Goodness.
He's just like yeah. Anyways, question, Lord. If you look closely, it's plain enough to see. And what's shown is linked to another piece of evidence we have. In a way, this leads to an unbelievable conclusion. The clue that helps us the real reason for the blue explosions is... Is it this? Is it the kid back here? No. The time of this photograph can only be described as miraculous. If you look, you'll notice that there's a bright white line that appears to point directly at the balloon. Most likely a ray of light caught incidentally on the film. If you look with a magnifying glass, my lord, it becomes clear of the nature of this bright line is. Undeniably some flash of light, yes.
Oh golly, do you think it might be lightning from the ground?
Well, it couldn't have been a finer day.
I believe we may be looking at fire.
Well, the fire has straight from balloon. I like an arrow.
What are you suggesting that the slave instructor has a reservoir?
Objection!
That's absurd! The balloon would have to be 60 feet above the ground at the time. No flame could possibly reach such a height. Actually, it's my opinion that a particular piece of evidence found at the scene reveals exactly how this was done. What evidence?
This crossbow I kidnapped from the scene of the crime.
I bow-napped. This was found hidden at the foot of some small ornamental trees near the scene.
Good lord, is that a crossbow?
An arrow dipped in oil and set alight could have been shot from this weapon, sending a flaming arrow straight into the hydrogen-filled balloon. Are you suggesting that crossbow was used deliberately?
Blimey, you're right. That streak of light in the photos looks just like an arrow, doesn't it?
And then the explosion from the balloon, it was, very likely the result of a flaming arrow from this crossbow igniting the hydrogen gas inside. Oh my god, he looks so dramatic doing that. Did you see his hair tussle? Like, his hair just kind of like...
I don't know what he's so upset about. I'm freeing his friend. Just chill out, man.
Yeah, but... If the aim was to cause the balloon to explode, the shooter would have used a gun, of course. However, there's an obvious reason why that would have been out of the question. The noise of the discharge, of course. That's right. By using a crossbow, the projectile could be fired at the balloon silently, comparatively.
Well, yeah, if someone had shot the gun off in the exhibition grounds, it would have caused a real panic.
But the big explosion, there was a very big panic anyway, no? You seem to really not like this crossbow, Mr. Loon. I don't like this. Actually, please have found a plausible new explanation for all this. Something feels wrong. Do you understand the implications of what you're saying, my Nipponese friend? If the flaming arrow did indeed hit the balloon, then obviously it would have exploded, and the birdcage appeared from the cloud of smoke that ensued.
What? Wait a minute. What are you really saying here? I don't get it. Was the birdcage beamed up into the sky after all, or what?
Now I understand. That's what the singing feeling is all about. I think there's a good chance the birdcage was actually concealed inside the balloon all along. There's no going back now. The horse has bolted. Let's assume, as I said, the birdcage was hidden inside the green balloon from the start. On stage, when the experiment was started, the birdcage and the instantaneous kinesis machine disappeared in a cloud of smoke. At that moment, the flaming arrow was fired from the ground, causing the green balloon to explode and drawing upon the attention of the spectators in the sky above their heads. Remember the smoke, the hidden birdcage then appeared and fell down and crashed into the crystal tower. I think the grease is entirely plausible. What I just described, the truth behind the miraculous... What the fuck? No one could live in hydrogen! You can't just breathe hydrogen!
Well, about that.
What do you mean about that? You can't just...
What's the contradiction, Steph?
Life!
In what sense?
The person's... I guess the person would be dead before either way, I guess, but like... Also, there's a contradiction in the actual picture itself. See, the guy's in the picture. He's right here. So, like, how do we explain that? Why does he have one green balloon? Now, this is ludicrous. The scribe is no science experiment. It's child's play, a contemptuous display of stage magic. Which this experiment was a scientific impossibility, in which case, this is the only way to explain what happened that day. In any case, the victim's body was found inside the bird cage at the Crystal Tower. But the instantaneous contingencies did not take place. How do you explain that? I may put in a word as a man of magic myself. Such apparent discrepancies can easily be explained by some simple deception. Turn number 3. All that we need is a doppelganger, someone who looks similar to the victim, Mr. Assman. Having the other man appear on the stage in front of the show a body double. Yeah, of course. And so, in fact, Mr. Assman must have been inside the birdcage that was concealed inside the balloon right from the start. That balloon would have been filled with hydrogen. Anything hidden inside would have been scattered to the four winds when it exploded. No one would have ever embarked on such a risky venture.
Not necessarily. Explosion force, the balloon gas will be turned out in a mixture ratio.
Turn number 4.
Flying balloons are very full of pure hydrogen, but a mixture of other gases such as helium as well. Helium on its own doesn't explode, but by controlling the gas mixture radially, the explosive force can be altered.
The mixture ratio.
Obviously, the victim's body would have suffered some burns, and that would have been unavoidable. But not to the extent that would render the whole obscene charade impossible.
Why do we have expert witnesses this time and not the fools we had last time, Judge? So everything that happened can be explained logically and scientifically. The explosion that engulfed the stage at the start of the experiment was no accident. It was all part of an elaborate deception to make it appear as the instantaneous had occurred. I'm gonna be fucking pissed. Because Hairbrain's gonna come up and say, no, it definitely happened because I'm smart!
Well, that's good.
And because this is what happened, it means that the victim, Mr. Assman, was never present in the public experimentation to begin with. In short, he couldn't have been killed by the defendant who was on stage in full view the entire time. Ah! I'm waiting for
I already have.
You already
No,
have
it's
what?
not. No, it's not. Though.
It's so hard, Katie, to come back from.
It's so incredibly easy.
Compared to the bullshit that prosecution puts us through, this is like ironclad, okay? Compared to the bullshit that the prosecution puts us through, this is iron fucking clad. What's gonna happen is Mr. Hairbrain's gonna come out being like, but I'm a science genius. It's all sounding board to me. Don't take my science away from me because I want to be a murderer instead. $10. Lord Van Thies can't credibly maintain that Professor Hairbrain is a suspect.
Yes, he can.
Hold
Even without the interjection, yes, he can. It's
No.
very simple.
Fuck you, Hairbrain. I want to fucking kill this guy.
Reginald, I appreciate your efforts. Thank you.
Professor?
But you can stop now. Just keep your mouth shut, please.
Sorry? What is all this about, Mr. Hairbrain?
I, Albert Hairbrain, hereby confess that it was me who stabbed Mr. O.D. Assman.
What? To protect your little fucking experiment that doesn't work, you're gonna pretend to be a murderer. You piece of shit. I should let you go through with this. Okay, do you have the option to let him go through with this and not, like, fucking get, like, hit with points and, like, not go through? Can I let him get himself arrested?
Not if you want to continue the game.
Fuck! I have to prove him innocent, even though he himself is an asshole, and I fucking hate him.
Yes, it was me with my faithful friend and partner, Andrew the Screwdriver.
Oh. What are you doing? Professor Hairbrain, what are you talking about?
It is what I said all along. I must protect my hypothesis and my precious machine. You stand there and claim it was all a trick and an elaborate prank, but where's your proof? Now, you'd have to examine the machine if you wanted to prove it, but then that would be all over. The beautiful hypothesis would be laid bare. I mean, the indignity of it all.
You would be proven right if it was right, so calm down.
Yeah, I know, right? It's clear that you drew the plans for the experiment, but you didn't actually build it. That's quite conceivable where you were duped, Professor, if you'd let me Yes.
I'll cooperate. I'll do whatever you say. I swear it. So, please ensure the special dispensation is here to protect my creation.
So he just admitted to giving a false confession.
I mean, technically he didn't. He's just said he'd cooperate, which doesn't necessarily say those things false. It's apparent with some inferencing, but it's not technically a contradiction to say I'll cooperate now that I'm confessing.
Yeah, that's fair, that's fair. Pray forgive this courtesy of filling my hollow chalice at this critical juncture.
I need to drink to reconsider my friends.
Here is to my learned Nipponese friend. What? And his upcoming attempt to clarify the defense's position in light of the accused's confession. Oh dear. The attempt to formally assert that the experiment was nothing more than a conjuring trick. Because the moment you do, the special dispensation for the scientific experiment act that protects the professor's invention will cease to apply. The prosecution will demand a rigorous examination of the machinery involved in order to establish the truth. However, if you acknowledge that the machine is genuine and instrumental to the victim's murder, any chance of investigating will be crushed and the confidentiality of the professor's hypothesis preserved. What Professor Hairbrain, my client, actually asked of me was to prove that the explosion on stage was an accident and to protect the secrecy of his hypothesis. But there's no way to do that without implying the professor's guilt. It's true. Do I protect my client's life by asserting his innocence, or do I uphold the client's request to see him condemned? Either way, I can't avoid betraying his trust. Get him in jail, in my opinion. He deserves it at this point. You tried your best. You've been silent long enough. Isn't talking your trade, my learned friend.
Alright, but consider this.
Yeah?
By continuing to argue for him, you'll be ticking him off.
Yeah, but never seeing him again would be better.
Okay, but you will see him again when another string of murders happens, because the original murderer got away. And then you'll have to bring him back from jail, and he'll be even more insufferable because he's already doubled down.
Yeah, but then I can tell Van Zeeks that then I could basically do the exact opposite of what Van Zeeks did to me and get him barred from ever practicing law again.
That's not gonna happen, and you know it.
Goddamn racism. Or as all knowledge of English escaped your confused Nipponese mind.
Give me like 5 seconds, dude.
Listen now, hold on.
There's no escape here. I have to make a choice. But it's impossible, and I have to give up something. But what? The defense asserts the defendant's instantaneous release machine was in fact a contract trick. Ugh!
Doesn't matter.
So again, my headphone fell out.
I was just like, I don't even know if the choice actually mattered, which is annoying.
Nah, that's stupid. No, I can't say my client places his faith in me. I can't let him down. Who is this?
I have a guess, but I don't want to say the guess in case I'm wrong.
What must I give up on is not the question you have to ask yourself here. It's what can I protect? Ah!
Do you like my You like my Sherlock Holmes voice, Mr. Naruhodo?
Yo, Susato's back. Let's go.
Yeah, I thought it was her, but I'm like, if I'm wrong, I just spoiled the fact of who's showing up.
Yeah.
Hello again, Mr. Naruhodo. It's been far too long.
She's back. Susato-san. But what are you? Yeah.
Yeah!
Oh wait, that was you. Ah! For something that's done 6 months.
There'll be time to talk later, Mr. Naruhodo. For now, we must concentrate on the task at hand.
Which is working out not what I have to give up on, but what I can protect. Professor Hairbrain! Yesterday you told me that science is the pursuit of truth. Well, my job is to pursue the truth too.
Yes, of course.
And personally, I believe you didn't stab Mr. Assman. I think you've come to realize something yourself too, haven't you? That your experiment and the machine you built with the victim are questionable! And the truth behind that is what we both pursue now. Wow! So, you finally opened your eyes. What? As for you, Albert, you can't ignore this any longer. Having heard my learned friend's dissertation, don't you have something to say? Baroque? Lord Van Zeeks.
Gosh, I've never heard him speak that way before. I just got here.
In truth, there is one thing, something I've remembered that's of relevance.
What?
On the day just before I began the experiment, I saw a man near the stage. A man holding that crossbow.
Professor, you son of a bitch! Did this man have any distinguishing features? What did he look like?
Tall, taller than me, and thin, and thinner than me, and straight hair, straighter than and whiter than mine. And let's see, one less lens than me too. Monocle, and a stylish black monocle. One thing in particular that helped positively define the man, you see, I know him very well. After all, he's the engineer who built my invention.
What? He built the machine?
That's right! Because we did it a year ago. He's a man by the name of Enoch Drebber? Enoch Drebber?
Yeah, I think that's how you say it.
Enoch Drebber. Enoch Drebber. Enoch Drebber. Drebber Enoch.
I think Enoch is a pun on, like, there's a book of Enoch. I don't know what it's about.
Sure.
But
Sounds like a biblical book that just didn't make it into the Bible, like the Book of Enoch or something.
I don't remember.
Enoch Drebber!
Not the name of scientist wishes to hear. The man's an abomination.
Not the name a conjurer wants to hear either. Who on earth is he?
Wait, this isn't the first tale of the nature that I've heard of scientific circles in connection with that name. There's talk of another flamboyant experiment that turned out to be nothing but stage trickery in the end. Obviously, the rascals after the government's research grant money.
When the magicians are in need of money, I've heard of them resorting to these underhanded tactics. Some acquaintances of mine with experience in such things have mentioned Enoch Drebber's name before.
The man's both an engineer and a magician. Yes, we're dealing with an unparalleled confidence trickster here. That's Enoch Drebber for you.
Sure. My invention! My great machine is such a grand illusion!
Considering what we just heard about Mr. Drebber's character, I'm sorry to say that sounds increasingly likely.
Even though no one else believed that I wanted to. I wanted to believe that me.
Which is why you're so opposed to being investigated, I presume.
I knew the machine was examined in detail. Its construction would give away my hypothesis. Obviously, I didn't want that to happen. But at the same time, I knew that if it was found to be nothing more than a trick, that it'll work a deception. And everything I worked towards, all my research, all my dreams, my whole life would be over. I was terrified at the prospect.
You really had no idea then, did you? About the true nature of the machine that was built and the true nature of Mr. Drebber.
I never questioned anything. I didn't want him to question it.
It's entirely possible that Mr. Assman and Mr. Drebber were working together to use you as a means of fraudulently acquiring the research grant money. Yeah.
When I never reached the grounds that day, it was the finest moment of my career. Pulled all the levers and turned all the dials in exactly the way Drebber had described. When the smoke started billowing out, I panicked. I didn't know what was happening. I really don't know how the whole illusion was made to work. I don't know anything anymore.
Let me confirm one final point with you, Professor. Do you now consent to the prosecution submitting the necessary paperwork to release your invention from the protection afforded by the Special Dispensation of Scientific Equipment Act?
Yeah, please go ahead. I'm very sorry.
It damn well should be.
Guilty.
My lord. Yes, it's the Drebber. With pleasure, my lord. Yes, my lord. I understand. I want to finally we got past this guy's thick skull. We should like protect him a little bit.
Bishop Naruhodo!
Yeah?
I'm so sorry. I was wrong, you were right. I tricked you, I trusted you, I dragged you into my mess. Oh, how did I ever come to this? I'm so sorry.
You really have no idea, Professor, about what Mr. Jarvis was really up to, I mean? Or what he was really constructing?
Naturally. That was the bottom of my hypothesis of all my hopes and dreams. I had complete faith in it.
Alright, in that case, I won't say any more. Now, tell you the murder accusation against you still stands, so let's do investigation as we can before the trial resumes tomorrow. That's a mood.
There's a bit.
What?
No, I was just thinking, like, the murder accusation still stand. Technically, I mean, it should still stand because, but I feel like there's a logical step that was skipped, and I'm glad it was because, like, before he interrupted,
Yeah.
there's a whole thing about like he couldn't have committed the murder because he was on stage the whole time, and that, like, there's a very obvious way around that, and that's just he killed him before the thing started.
Nah.
But they never actually said that.
Nah, that's impossible. This is a wimpy boy. He can't do shit.
Well, thank you for doing so much for me.
Susato!
He's so excited.
Sorry, I was yawning.
Nada.
Susato!
I'm so sorry for arriving late this morning, Mr. Naruhodo.
Arriving late?
Didn't you receive my postcard? I wanted to let you know when I'd arrive.
Postcard? What postcard?
I hid it from you, Bruno, so it would be a surprise.
Iris, how could you?
Well, did it work?
I was surprised, alright, especially when she threw me to the ground.
Oh dear, I'm so sorry. I was just so happy to see you again that it sort of slipped out.
Maybe we could just stick to more traditional displays of emotion in the future.
Susie's train was late into London Victoria this morning, you see. But we made the coachman really whip the horses hard so she didn't miss the whole trial. I was watching from the gallery for a while, but in the end, I'm afraid I couldn't contain myself.
Well, I'm glad he didn't.
Oh,
Having you at my side in court gives me the strength I need to win. So, I'm delighted to see you back in London.
oh, you're too kind, Mr. Naruhodo. I'm delighted to be here.
Oh,
I hope I can continue to be of service to you.
of course. So, what's brought you back? Did Professor Migatoba not protest?
Let's save all that conversation for when we're back at home, shall we? You know, I've made one of my most special blends ever for this special occasion. Oh, Iris, how wonderful. I can't wait.
Susato-san was back in London. It's hard to describe how happy that made me feel at the time, but despite my elation, our tale was about to take yet another extraordinary turn. To be continued. A perfect ending spot for the night. I'm glad Susato-san's back. I didn't expect it to be back so soon. I thought we were going to see like the last case. I think we have like 2 more left.
The music that played too was also her defense theme.
Really?
Yeah,
I didn't notice that.
I'm pretty sure.
Okay, fair
I might
enough.
be wrong.
Don't quote you on that, basically.
I thought it was.
Ooh, excuse me.
No, I'm like pretty sure
It was
it was her theme.
It's nice. I like it. It was good. That was very good. All right, for everyone watching this on YouTube, hopefully you all enjoy this episode. We will have a few more coming out next Saturday and Saturday after that. They will all be recorded. Actually, by the time you're seeing this, we would have already recorded them over on Twitch the past Monday. But this is going to come out on September 9th, it looks like. Which, by this time that you're watching this video on YouTube, I am packing to go in the air the next day. So I'll be flying out on the 10th. So yeah. Yeah. I will be gone. Do I have any other things to say? Oh yeah, YouTube. Y'all stay safe and stay Botanist Cool, and I'll see you soon.
See ya.